Today in /malicious compliance. Well, if you really want me to wait until after roll call. Advance warning. This will involve a bloody nose, so for those squeamish at such things, you might want to give this one a skip. I'll put a tilde at the end. When I was 12, my family moved from the south, where it was regularly something like 100% humidity, practically year-round, to the arid southwest, where 10% humidity can feel like a muggy day once. You reused to the desert. Needless to say, my sinuses did not appreciate this, and I was regularly cursed with bloody noses, once or twice a week. Thankfully, I've long since stopped having them, though. In freshman year of high school, so about age 14, my school required us to take a foreign language
class.
The only languages they offered were French and Spanish, and I decided on French. I'll call my teacher Mrs. B. No, it's not because I didn't like her, but because B was the first initial of her last name. Despite this story, she actually ended up being one of my all-time favorite teachers, and while I don't remember much French, I genuinely enjoyed her classes. The first day, and I'm heading to French class. I hadn't met any of my teachers until this day, including Mrs. V, so of course I feel the now familiar sensation of an impending bloody nose. I do my best to pinch my nostrils shut with my fingers, but the bell's about to ring for the start of class. I don't have time to run to the bathroom, and stupidly don't have any tissues on me. So I drop my bag at an available desk and head up to talk to Mrs. V. Me, hey, Mrs. V, I'm sorry, but I've got a bloody nose and need to go to the bathroom. Mrs. V, I'm about to call roll in a couple of minutes. It can wait until I'm all done. Me, can't I just tell you I'm here and you mark me down so I can go? Mrs. V, no, it's not done that way. I need to do the roll call in order. Me, are you sure? Mrs. V, yes, it's okay. It will only take a few minutes. Now, if you've ever had a bloody nose, you know how unpleasant a few minutes can be. I go and take my seat, and my friend, who is well aware of the issue and was not expecting me to stay in the room, gives me an oath. I just shrug and mumble. She told me to wait for roll call. Finally, the bell rings, and after a minute or two, Mrs. B calls the class to order and roll call begins. My last name is near the middle of the alphabet, so I really don't have that long to wait, but Mrs. B speaks English as her third language, with the first being French, and the second one I don't recall. So there are quite a few names she can pronounce, and she takes the time with each one to make sure she's getting them right, which I'm dreading because I have an unusual first name. People rarely get it right, even after correcting them multiple times. In addition, she insists everyone to raise their right hand when they answer here. Which hand is holding my nose shut. Yeah. Finally, she gets to my name. Mrs. V sneaks. Me raises left hand here. Mrs. V, no, speak up and use your right hand. Me voice muffled, but by dose. Mrs. V, right hand. And am I pronouncing your name correct? Me, God. Mrs. V, come now, sneaks, right hand up, and tell me how to say your name. Me raises right hand. Me tries to say my name. Holding my nose while it's bleeding tends to stop it up, with a rather disgusting mixture of mucus and blood. Normally I just have to blow it, then wait for the bleeding to stop. Trying to talk without having something there to catch the cork means it had nowhere to go but down and out, along with the sudden river of blood that I had managed to prevent from trickling down the back of my throat. The shirt I was wearing was pretty much ruined, and the look on her face was so incredibly disgusted and horrified that I couldn't help laughing, which, in retrospect, probably didn't help matters. I asked if I could go to the bathroom now, and she managed to stammer out an as. I told her I'd stop by the office and call home to get a new shirt brought in. This was in the dark ages before cell phones, and she replied that it was fine. I found out later that it was a misunderstanding between my muffled speech, thanks to holding my nose and trying to not swallow, and her sometimes mishearing English words clearly, though I was saying that I had a runny nose, not a bloody nose. I took French too the next year as well, and we still laughed about it, though she never did manage to say my name properly. Till der French teacher mistakes bloody nose for runny nose, insists a student with said bloody nose raise their nose holding hand for roll. Bloody nose proceeds to make a mess. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the bell, and whatever else our YouTube overlords require nowadays.